Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at part 2 of elemental domain video that I'm doing, and I'm going to show you guys all the best build from the earth element, lightning element, and also holy shadow chaos element on Saturday and Sunday as well. I've got a clue for what to do, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to shout out to the people that give me some advice and stuff like that as well. So if you have anything that you want to add, please let me know in the comment section, because I've been seeing a lot of good builds all around, but I have to pick one, and in this video I'm going to be picking the best one for you guys to see from each of the elements for lightning, earth, and holy shadow chaos immortals. And that being said, let's take a look at the earth team first. For earth element, I think this is actually really straightforward. I think you should go with Yi Sun-shin, you should go with Alex, you should go with Zenobia, and then if you are able to, go with Arash. This one is very good. It's a banger build. Although I didn't manage to kill with the Earth Immortals or the Earth bosses with mine build right here, it's because I'm lacking into some skills, or Arash was very low upgrade, no boost right at the time. But I was doing well, and I got some good results, which means next week I might be able to kill the earth bosses right there. So yeah, this build right here is very good. I would say you have a very good foundation with Alex already, and then you have very good foundation with, probably most people have Yi Sun-shin either maxed or always maxed. If you don't, you can go with Charles. Charles is very good for this content as well. And of course, as you can see, I don't have all the skills ready yet. I don't even have the artifact, but when I get it later on, I'm probably going to do even better. As for Archer, I'll probably go with Energy Mastery. If you don't worry about that. You can go with a lot of the skills right here. If you have time to shine, go for it. But keep in mind, depending on the bosses, because some bosses have crit immunity, so you might want to change that. I know I don't have this skill yet, but this skill right here, Blood Frenzy, is a very OP skill for the elemental domain and bosses in general. Probably one of the better ones out there. And if I had it, I would probably use it here. And then I would go with something, for example, Corrosive Power and Blood Frenzy as the last one. Right now that you have like a top high-end tier earth build for elemental domain for Arash. But if you don't have any of those skills, I probably would go, for example, where is this skill? Adrenaline Rush, right? Because you want to proc that ultimate as much as possible, because the ultimate already gives like 700% damage, right? So, and another one, if you do have, I do recommend Battle Stance, and I do recommend actually Demonic Contract as well. While Alex is doing damage like early on, you might want to like ramp up with Arash, so try to sustain long enough. Once you hit, for example, the 40-second mark, or maybe like 50-second mark, then Arash is going to be carry your team, and that's what I wanted to play around, and that's what I will play around actually. So it's very good, very good for the team. For the support, I want to go with assist or life protection if you have that, red skills. And then keep in mind, you don't really need two of these I would say skills here. You probably only need one, but this is like extreme ramp up, right? And if you don't want Adrenaline Rush, you can go with Anger as well. That also works for Arash. Keep in mind, Arash, the idea behind this build is to try to keep Arash safe as long as possible before he can start proccing like everything up later down the road, right? I think Fair Domination is good, and if you want to sustain a bit longer, you want to go with Vitality Touch, or you want to go with Absolute Defense is very good as well. As for the Yi Sun-shin, you want to go with Lifelink as usual, because that is the best build right there. And keep in mind, Charles is a little bit better than Yi Sun-shin in my opinion when it comes to the elemental domain. And you want to go with, for example, if you have the Funnel of Life, you should go for that. If it's not, then you should go with, for example, The let's see, purification is really good as well, depending on the bosses. If you don't have funnel light, you want to go with, for example, a very good question. You want to go with aura, or you want to go with? If you're gonna go with aura, you probably want to go with the weakness aura if you can crit for that boss. Sometimes you keep in mind the bosses changes, so you can't crit, right? If you can't crit, then I would probably go with something like Berserk to boost Alex. As for the Alex, right, I would remove this one first. And if you have knife through butter, it's going to be very, very strong here. If you don't, then I would say combo. Combo is really good in this situation against like single target. Yes, it do have low percentage to proc the chance to proc the damage, like 30% per normal attack, but Alex is going to be doing a lot of normal attacks, so this we're going to do at least like 15 to 20 million damage, which is very, very good. And of course you have Wind Rage, so this is very good as well. Keep in mind the idea behind this mod is for your Alex to be support, but he's gonna do all the damage at the beginning. Once it hits, for example, like 60, not 60, but 40 to 50 seconds, your rush is going to be ramping up his damage. And keep in mind, the best build I'm probably gonna go for is probably Energy Mastery and this kind of stuff build right here, and Blood Frenzy if you have that instead of, for example, Demonic Contract or Bell Stance, right? So that is the build that I want to go with when I believe I can kill off the Earth Day, or sorry, the Earth Element Day. That would be really, really, really nice, and it's gonna be easy for a lot of people from what I've seen. And I've seen some other people actually doing with Cleopatra as well with Poison Thorn. It's very, very good as well. So you might want to check that out. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Earth element in general. Do you have any better builds? And do you have any better suggestions to the skill set? Because I did very well with this skill set. I did a lot of damage. I didn't manage to kill it both, but maybe next week, So we will see what happens. So yeah, that's it for the Earth element. Let's take a look at the Lightning one. As for the Lightning element, here is a little bit tricky one. I did try out Khan, and Khan is very good, right? Khan is very good. I've been trying out different stuff out there, and I've seen some people doing the double damage backline as we used to have the Lightning Immortals, right? Lightning element. But I feel like it's not enough. I think you should have a support. With Chow Chow available, I think the best one to go for is actually with Hammurabi and not Genghis Khan. The reason why is because Genghis Khan itself do a lot of damage, but it's like AoE damage, right? And he doesn't have, or archers in general doesn't have a skill that can single out the target. And that being said, right, mages do have that Poison Thorn. I'm gonna go back to that Poison Thorn. I'll probably go with Louis as well. The last one is a tricky one. You want to go with Elcid. Richard would actually be really good value here with the stun and stuff like that. I think that is very, very good. But keep in mind, you have to look out for the bosses as well. Some of the bosses have stun immune. So if you, in general, you probably want to go with Tokugawa, right? But Richard can be very situational and very, very good as well. As for the build, I probably want to go with, the standard Energy Mastery, the Infinite Firepower, and Poison Thorn. If you don't have that, you can ramp up the damage with, for example, Demonic Contract, which is really good as well. Demonic Contract right here. This is probably going to be one of the best builds you have on all the mages for Elemental Domain. And for Chow Chow, if you don't have life protection, you want to go with assist. You want to go with something that can sustain your team. Yes, you do have, for example, like Tokugawa that can shield up, but you need those life in here because some of the bosses really hits hard. I did struggle a little bit with my Lightning Day, and I thought I would do a little bit better, but hey, I got at least like a couple, like 10, 20%, or maybe 13%, sorry, 30%, which is okay for me, right? This is okay for me. And keep in mind, like this, right? You want to go with Heart of Arcana as the support for that. But if you don't have energy mastery and you do have cyanide, go for that. That is very good as well. For the another mage skills, I probably want to go with either corrosive power is really good here as well. But if you don't have that and you want to go with spell disintegrator, because those two would work very well together. And for Tokugawa, I would go with lifelink. Lifelink, where is that? There we go. And then the last one, I probably want to go with, for example, like Bottom of Life to sustain the tank even more, right? If you don't have that, you might want to go with, for example, or if your tank is very strong, maxed out Tokugawa, right? You don't really need Bottom of Life here. You probably want to go with, for example, an aura, like weakness aura for the crit. If keep in mind, all the bosses does not. Oh, sorry, one of the bosses is like crit immune, so you might want to see if you want to go this route or you want to go, for example, like Funnel of Life, depending on if you can crit or not, right? But if you don't have Funnel of Life, you can go easily with another skill. For example, you want to go with Noisescape is very good as well. If not Noisescape, you want to go with like Vitality Touch if it's not on your support. And then you might want to look into some other skills like Shelter as well, which is very good to sustain your team. So that is like a very good one for the tank. As for the Louis right here, in my opinion, Louis is going to be like pure support for Hammurabi, and that's why I bring him in. Same thing with Tokugawa as well, is all support Hammurabi's ultimate. And I believe if you want to go with Louis, you probably want to go with, for example, Wind Rage. You want to go with either you want to go with, for example, like Demonic is good as well, because you have to ramp up the damage from Louis as well. That's going to be good. And keep in mind, Louis is a very special immortal. So either you want to go with damage on Louis frontline, which work as well. I would probably go with, let's say, Demonic, right? Or if you're not Demonic, you probably want to go with Fair Domination, depending how well you're doing this, right? So that is something that I want to go for, and I've been doing some tests around it. I do not have artifact or anything. Keep in mind, from my tests so far, they are very low level, right? But once they get maxed out, I think they will be doing better. I would say the goal here is very simple. You want to proc everything for Hammurabi to do the damage. He's going to be the main damage dealer, and I think if you manage to do that, you will be very, very well off, because mages and Elemental Domain, I think that is the way to go, unless you have Yoshi, Arash, and yeah, basically those two immortals right there that are out of this world when it comes to PvE content. But everything else in general, mages are the way to go for a lot of the matches right here. So this is the one that I'll probably go. But if you want to, for example, go with where is it? Genghis Khan, right? You can definitely go for that as well. But keep in mind, Genghis Khan, I don't like the damage a lot too much, right? So you want to go with Energy Mastery. You want to go with, for example, in my opinion, where is this skill right there? Blade Vortex is very good here. But if you want to ramp up damage, which, you know, is possible, go with Battle Stance. That's also very, very good. But I recommend you guys to go with Hammurabi more than the Khan in the Elemental Domain for Lightning Day, of course. So that being said, do you have any, better builds out there you want to show me? At least if you have, please let me know, because I would love to see the good results from the builds and the marches out there, what kind of immortals that you guys are using as well. So yeah, that's it for the lightning. Let's take a look at the Holy Shadow and Chaos Day. So to the last 2 days of the Elemental Domain is going to be Holy Shadow and Chaos. I choose the Shadow Dragon because that is the best single target in the game, probably among the dragons at least. Holy Dragon is for sustain, and I don't think you should be really playing around that. As for the team, I'm probably going to go with Shadow because that's the best result ever. And this team is, by the way, made by a friend of mine. Shout out to him, Daniel King, because he showed me this mod and it was doing really well. Although he uses Theodora, I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to use Full Fade, get all Shadow buff right here. And this is going to be very, very good. Keep in mind, this mod right here is probably one of the best, or some of the immortals right here is probably some of the best you're going to see when it comes to PvE content. Tutankhamun is up there with Yoshi, although Yoshi is above him, but Tutankhamun is right behind him, and it's really, really good. Here you can play two types of Tutankhamun, right? You want to have him as main damage dealer, or you want him as the support damage dealer. You want to have, for example, like corrosive power here. You can either choose with, for example, battle stance right here, and then you can choose, for example, the demonic contract. But if you have, like I said earlier as well, blood frenzy, this one's right here on the Tutankhamun would be really, really strong. I'm definitely gonna try to go get these skills later down the road, so let's see what happens. But for now, I don't have that. I probably want to go with, for example, like Blade Vortex, most likely. And for Himiko, very standard energy mastery, and also infinite firepower, and also the Poison Thorn is very, very strong right here. It should be able to do at least 120 to 150 million damage each time. Same with Tutankhamun. For support, you want to go with the standard support where you have the assist, or if you do have life protection, you want to go with that instead. And then you have Heart of Arcana would be very good here, and the last skill probably can be like, for example, Vitality Touch, right? And of course, the standard one for the Shadow tank for this instance. Keep in mind, you can also do another variation of the build as well, but I think this one is actually really good, very consistent as well, so you might want to go with this. And you can go with life protection if you want, or sorry, spring of life if you want, and then the last one can be fountain of life. If you want to go like high end, this is actually really, really good. And if you want to go like, if you don't have red skills, I probably would have gone something like energy shield. That is very, very good as well. So this is kind of like the build I probably would have done, and I won't guarantee you specifically, like depending on your dragon levels and stuff like that. There's a lot of factors, like 100% kill, but this march right here should do 100% kill every single time. And yeah, it's basically a Daniel King's march, and he showed me this. Shout out to him once again for letting me know that I can get an easy kill for Saturday and Sunday for the Holy Chaos instead of have to go back to the fire team. And you can basically do that as well if you are struggling with the Holy Chaos, right? You can go back to the fire team right here, fire domain, and when it's Saturday and Sunday, you can go, if depending on the bosses, right? You have this boss right here, which won't be in the tomorrow's. It's probably gonna be the water ones, the Skarn, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be this boss right here for the weekend. Then I think your fire team will be doing great, right? But you never know. They do have some rotation. We will have to see. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me in this video and the builds for the Holy Shadow and Chaos Immortals. Right now, I'm going through all of these elements together with you guys in two-part video. I had the first part of this like another video where part 1 you have water, fire, and wind, and the second one, which is this one, is about the earth, lightning, and Holy Shadow Chaos Immortals. So hopefully you guys enjoy this content, and hopefully you have a very good luck with your bosses. If you want to add something into the builds that I build here, for all the elements, please let me know in the comment section, because I would love to see what kind of build that could have been better than what I've shown you so far. So yeah, that being said, thanks you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video.